Do a little quick one on the way into work here this morning. Snowing this morning when I go out the door, so looks like, the other day we got some sleet and ice. I want to say Monday. It's looking like it's going to be a cold ass winter. Just with, was Monday. Monday was December 1st, so I guess right on time, December, we're getting some snow. So it's supposed to snow till 12 o'clock today, but it ain't even. It's sticking everywhere but on the asphalt, which is a good thing, I guess. But hope everybody's staying warm out there. If you're in my area, probably freezing your ass off because it is cold out. I think the high today is supposed to be like 37, low of in the 20s. Another day, another dollar. There's nothing really to go over in the news. It's all bullshit. I'm not an anti-Trumper, like people are anti-Trumpers, I'm not an anti-Trump person. I think there was a poll out yesterday or the day before, something like that. There's a poll, or I seen or heard something like, the only reason if anybody is turning on Trump, who's, voted for him, is because he's not locked anybody up. That's one of the biggest reasons. With bad people going to jail, we could probably say, all right, yeah, the economy's fucked. I keep seeing people saying gas is this and that. Dude, gas, I just paid for gas yesterday. It was $2.70 something, $2.72, $2.77, something like that. It's the same fucking price it was under Joe Biden. So just stop fucking lying. That's the problem, Stop lying. The economy's fucked, and every time that you lie about it, it's just stupid. And then, I'm not anti-Trump. If that poll is true, that's probably my biggest beef with Trump. I got a couple beefs with him, but my biggest one is nobody's been locked up. Kash Patel is inept, a clown fuck, just like Christopher Wray was, just like Comey was. He's a Indian version. He's a red dot Indian version of those fucking clowns. Oh man, I like this little town. You go in this little town, it's all Christmassy. And let me see if I can. Old little town. Got a little bit of snow snivel in the air. You can see it on when people are driving past you with the headlights, but nice little town. But yeah, that's my problem, Bondi, Bongino, Patel, all these people are just inept losers. If they're not inept, then they're corrupt. So there's not really, there's not much wiggle room in between those two. Either you're doing it because you're retarded or doing it on purpose. And so I don't know which one's better or worse. But nobody's going to jail. Whole country full of criminals, whether it's illegals, whether it's the politicians, whether it's the people on the news cycle, full of criminals, a country full of criminals. And then on top of it, the thing that's really, the real, I don't know, something I just been thinking about the last couple days is the push to get rid of white people. They're doing the math, they're crunching the numbers. White people ain't having babies like the rest of the world is having babies. Not only that, but all those European countries where these people came from, where whites came from, are, I think it's like 2050 or something, 2030, somewhere here real soon, are expected, whites are expected to be minorities in all those countries. As the Islam and all the bullshit continues to take over everything in those parts. You imagine those people, if they have the means, they will leave and go somewhere else. And I don't know where that place is. You know, that bastion of whiteness is going to be, whether it's going to be in Poland or Russia, wherever. But the campaign to hate white people, it's like I'm in my feed and it's just every video. If it's a white liberal, they're attacking white people. If it's a black liberal, they're attacking white people. If it's people on CNN, they're attacking white people. I mean, the hate that people like Ana Navarro have for white people, and that bitch is white. You know, it's like Hispanic, right? Hispanic, Espanol, Española, Spain, you know? Ana Navarro, you're fucking white. You have white ass skin. Just because you have a fucking accent and a pig face doesn't make you, you know, brown. So I'm tired of it. If somebody's like super duper fucking brown Mexican, I'm like, all right, I guess. I get it, right? I get it. All right, fine, whatever. You're fucking brown. Even though you have Spanish blood in you, you're fucking brown. But somebody who's Cuban, Cubans are white as fuck. Yeah, they could be black as fuck too, don't get me wrong. But I think the majority of Cubans are light white skin. So, Ana Navarro, shut the fuck up. Why you hate on white people is just crazy, you know? The whole, what up, Liberty for All? The whole, hi to everybody I can't. Alan, Derek, Angelo, Byron. So it's just the feed, the algorithm, the whatever you want to call it. The feed is just like nonstop hating white people. And that's like all it is, drilled. It got me thinking, man, they've been doing this in the colleges for probably decades. Teaching white people to hate white people, teaching the rest of the world, teaching the rest of the country to hate white people also. So it's a fucking odd world where we all hate each other because of the color of our skin. I mean, it's like, it's so fucking Neanderthal. I don't actually hate anybody, you know? I said this like around the Thanksgiving video, you know? I strive hard really to even, I mean, I do hate the pink-haired, blue-haired communists. I do fucking hate them, but even, you know, as a Christian, I struggle in the back of my head saying, you know, even though this person's a piece of shit and all that kind of stuff and a horrible fucking person, it's not my spot to judge, number one. Number two, I don't know, man. I don't like being baited into hating, you know? I don't like you see the mob, you see the crowd. It's even with the Islam thing, you know? Damn, this fucking bridge is straight ice. You know, you see it with the Islam stuff. Like, Islam is definitely a fucking problem. They didn't magically get here. Our presidents, our governments have brought these people in here, gave them refugee status. It'd be harder to get rid of them than the illegal aliens, right? Whether it's wrong or right or whatever, but all of it, sometimes I feel like it's one big trap. I feel like all of it. What up, Alan? Yeah, man. I mean, I love, you know, my mom's white, my dad's Hispanic, my dad's Mexican. So my mom's white, my dad's Mexican, and I love being white, man. I love, you know, that half part of me, whatever. Hispanic, you know, I guess maybe around my peers back home, maybe I identified more with that side. Maybe I did. I don't know. I just always was an American, man. I didn't really never think about skin color. And in the 80s and the 90s, I think people are lying if they're saying that, like, that's what we focused on. In the 80s and the 90s was so willy-nilly and fun and productive that I don't remember any of that bullshit. I mean, I remember gangs and different color gangs, you know, you had black gangs, you had Hispanic gangs. I guess that's the close to tribalism that I saw growing up, but I don't know, man. I don't like being baited into a trap. I don't like the powers that be that get us to fight with each other and get us to hate each other. Like, is the enemy the blue-headed, you know, liberals?
You know,
it might be back.
Call 800-741-GOLD.
My name is Whitney Allen. I'm a widow. My husband Brian died. I never thought in a million years I would have to use life insurance for the unexpected happen. With Bezos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical.
Looks like I got coverage again. I don't know, man. I can't tell what the hell's going on with this thing, but maybe we'll get a chat out here. I was just saying earlier that I don't like being baited and trapped. I feel like it's been how it is for a long time, you know, maybe why the two sides, black and white, have never come together is because, I mean, we're intentionally, by news, by propaganda, by the government, made to hate each other. And now, here in 2025, going into 2026, we're even more tribal. You know, we hate more of each other than we did. And I mean, I'm guilty of it too. You know, I struggle with, do I hate? You know, do I hate? I don't know that I hate. But I tell you what, I got some type of bad feeling and I got some type of bad feeling towards people that break the law and come into this country illegally. If I was to do that in any other country in the world, I'd expect that they'd be pretty upset with me too. So, you know, there's that. But then America just being dissolved because people in this country don't have the passion for that kind of you know, that patriotic sense of duty. You know, you have part of the country that loves this country, you got the other half that hates it. And somewhere in between, we're supposed to fix it. Well, there ain't no fixing it. I mean, I've got it made up in my brain that, I mean, it's it. We're in the last dying days of the republic here. Hasn't been a constitutional republic in a long time, so call it whatever you want to call it, the democracy. It's bad, man. It's bad. And so it sucks to not ever be able to get on here and say anything good, but I try to switch it up and be more positive, you know, try to bring more of a positive message because, you know, negativity only breeds negativity. That's not cliche or anything like that. If you're around good vibes and you're putting off good vibes, you're going to have good vibes. If you're around negative vibes and you're putting out negative vibes, you're going to have negative vibes. I mean, it's just the basic laws of man. And so, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy when you look back before cell phones and everything. And I to me, that is what's really like proliferated. The nastiness. You know, we had people that were off, people that were mentally unstable, people that were not very good citizens before all this technology. But, you know, the technology, the ability to have a computer in your hand and have a lot of the world's knowledge right there in your fingertips has made people fucking crazy. You know, it's made people evil. It's made people rotten. Along with the technology, man, the politics. I mean, the politics. A lot of people are involved in politics now, and it's a nasty, nasty business. Media is a nasty, nasty business, and there's just nowhere really where you can turn where it's not negative. And just speaking of negative, so you got this. I got to get this out. It's like a fart I'm holding in here. That Valentina Gomez chick, bro. Deport that bitch. This bitch is a fucking psychopath. She's a right-leaning lady. She lost in Missouri. I think she lost somewhere else. She moved to Texas. She keeps losing, so she moves somewhere else. Sees if she can win, you know. And it's like, I would say that Missouri's more conservative than Texas. You lose in Missouri, you think you're gonna go to Texas and fucking make waves? I don't know, but this loudmouth Mexi cunt was on Piers Morgan. I just seen the snippets, and it's like, that bitch needs to shut her fucking mouth. Suck dick. That's what she needs to do with that big old mouth and all. Fucking suck dick and shut up. Make a sandwich and go in the bedroom and suck somebody off. I mean, I just can't stand that bitch. It was those times just during COVID, after COVID, and I'd read. At some point, it just becomes fucking ridiculous and lame, you know? And she is a lame, that bitch. I wish they would deport that bitch home, back to Colombia. I cannot stand listening to that bitch talk. I can't stand looking at her face. I can't stand anything. And I think she's a fucking grifter. I seen it in the comments. She's a fucking grifter, and that's what I find crazy about the whole thing. There's a lot of those people that'll say and do things to get on the popular side of whatever's popular so they can make a buck, make a name for themselves, become a social media influencer, you know. So anyways, a negative note, I gotta get here to work, but I'm gonna leave on a positive note. And maybe it's corny or whatever, but you know, usually, I don't know, I'm more self-conscious now about the things I'm doing. We have a little daughter, and so I'm more conscious about the music and the movies I'm listening to. I'm trying really hard, even though I'm not perfect. I'm still listening to some bullshit music and watching bullshit movies, and maybe play Grand Theft Auto every now and again. So I mean, I'm trying. I've got that concerted effort to make sure that I'm better with this child, but so try to watch better movies. In particular, we put up our Christmas decorations hella early this year, like before Thanksgiving. Had our tree, I think, before Thanksgiving. Decorated, got the movies, the music, the fireplace. It's pretty nice, you know. I can't ask for much more, but watching a movie last night. I guess it's a Disney movie, an older movie, but that 8 Below, I think it's 8 Below, with Paul Walker, R.I.P. Paul Walker. But it was a nice little cute movie, you know. Sit there and watch with the wife and the daughter. No cussing, no nudity, no sex scenes. It's an older movie, plus I think the movie takes place in a little bit of older time, definitely before cell phones and shit. So I don't know, man. You see a movie like that and it's nice and good, kind of warms your heart. It's a sweet story about them dogs. I guess it's a true story too about them sleigh dogs. I don't know what you call them working dogs up there. But it was a pretty good movie. If you've never seen it, I've never seen it. Watched it with the family last night. Good movie. Positive. That's a positive way to go to bed. A little bit of a sad, happy movie. Sappy movie. But I don't know, man. I try to make the effort in my real life, in my home life, to just not be so fucking negative. Whether it's the music, whether it's... I mean, it's hard with the media and the news and stuff because I got to peek my head in. I got to see what's going on. I got to know what's going on. So, that tough. But music, movies, stuff like that, trying to just be more positive, man, because the world's mad negative. I think you could keep one eye on the ball and somehow try to, like, live some positive life because America's done for, man. We're in the last dying days of what America is and was, and that's sad, but the world continues to turn. God is still great. Jesus is still king. All we can do is pray about it, man, and stay strong. I mean, the shitstorm that's coming, I don't make prepping videos and make that kind of content. I don't even want to. But you know, I'll never tell somebody that they should not be prepared. You should be prepared for a cold, dark winter. I mean, really, that's just smart. But shout out to everybody out there. We made it to Thursday, I think we're at. Made it to Thursday, and hope everybody has a good rest of your week, man. I always look forward to the weekend. I look forward to nothing more than being home in my house, away from work, away from my work phone, away from society, away from all the bullshit. I look forward to being home with my wife and my daughter more than any time that I've ever thought, you know. Even if some days I might even be bored out of my mind at home, you know, because the winter, you know, to me, the winter is boring. Wintertime is fucking boring. Just trying to stay warm, chopping firewood, you know, sitting indoors. It's just fucking winter is gay. I'm not a fan of winter, not at all. I'd be okay being in Florida and having 360, 350, whatever the number is down there, sunshine days. I don't want to deal with it. So I'm at work. I'm out. I hope everybody has a good one. See you on the TGIF Fridays. Peace.